Dr. Bawumia, go ahead, keep going. Dr. Bawumia, NPP party, what they do, and you know, outside I ever share it, you might be able to say, before okay, you for me and your mom. To talk Abaha. Alhaj, Dr. Bawumia, Yamawakwaba. I didn't have constituency to see Yamawakwaba. There's fire on the ground. What's your sense? I beg. No.
Victory Presby Somo Kuena Alo Soma Sapuena yeah Adenta Papa if I know what I want to go on let go Emi anomne adofunu amwehie mo ha enne no ansa na yebetwa edumadi no so no se emre ba wa ni abedi tre ba ya bekasa nanso ehu dia se yebebona baso se debi atrase odin Ghana man ho odin.
Of course, the Honorable Minister, knowing the weight of this very important event, is here, ably supported by his deputy, Honorable Hassan Tampuli, who is the Member of Parliament for Gushigu, who's also the Deputy Minister for Transport. Honorable, you're welcome, and thank you so much for the support that you're giving to your sector minister. At this time, would also like also, we say a very big welcome to Honorable Tina Ayele Mensa, MP for Waiter Kwawe. Shall we do a big round of applause for her?
Dr.Bawumia, the Vice President of our Republic, the leader of our party, and by the grace of God, our President come the 7th of January 2025. My boss, the Minister for Transport, Honorable Kweku Foresiama, his Deputy, Honorable Al-Hassan Tampuli, an MP for Gushigu, Honorable Irene Toshi Adulati, Common Fund Administrator, Honorable Tina Ayele Mensa, MP, Wejaba, Honorable Sarah Adwasafo, MP, Dominic Wabenya, Honorable MCs for Adentan, Medina, AMA, and Ayawaso West Wogo, the MD of Metro Mass, Albert Dubois, and their board chairman, Honorable Kofi Mafu, and their staff here present. Constituency chairman for Adentan, my brother Akolache, and Foster for Medina and Adenta respectively. My senior Honorable Obiamwa, Minister of State, Local Government and Decentralization and MP for Boko Akapin South. Nimek Ename, His Excellency, the High Commissioner to Canada, High Commissioner Soa, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, of course our friends from the media, people of Greater Accra. I'm excited because I'm associating myself to a visionary leader, a bold leader, a consummate politician, and a very experienced man that will change the fortunes of this country come the 7th of January 2025. Your Excellency, a few weeks ago, I was with you at the AMA conference hall when you launched a similar application to support our local taxi drivers. Sometimes when I sit back and I listen to John Mahama, that you are running away from the economy and talking about digitalization, I see this as a problem. You cannot talk about the economy without talking about digitalization. They are intertwined, they are linked up to move our economy forward. Therefore, this morning, you are taking another bold step to launch this electric bus transport system for our country. For us in the region, we are excited because we are hosting this launch It is our duty to support you and that of Metro Mass to make sure that this very important exercise becomes successful. As a former Deputy Minister for Transport, I want to implore on the MD and the staff that you should take care of these buses very well, so these buses can last longer. Without wasting much time, on behalf of the chiefs and people of Greater Accra, we want to welcome you, Your Excellency, and everybody here to this very important launching of this electric bus transport. God bless our Vice President. God bless our nation, Ghana, and make it strong. Thank you.
Aninyam for Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to all of you one young, vibrant politician who is looking forward to leading the Adentown constituency for the NPP in the upcoming Cozy Cares. Please put your hands together for him.
Now we are choosing Metro Mass because it will be easier for her to identify the issue. Because as a government institution, we can easily zoom in and say that we are having these challenges. How do we deal with it? And to the public transport operators like GPRTU, JRTC, please get your members in place. We will come to you, we will train your people, you will put in the facility. The Vice President is arranging a whole lot of credit facilities so far as this electric bus system is concerned. But we cannot deal with individuals. Then too many individuals and it's not going to be only buses. So it is going to be taxis, it is going to be mini cars, it is going to be, these buses are the public transport mass buses. But we know, sir, and your public transport mass bus couldn't go for far. We do all the more, or person the privacy. And the Vice President idea and said, they've been introducing these electric buses to cover this spectrum. And the Mishramu, Muamukaka now, Mupasa mu public transport, and Moon Johnny Association. A very difficult said, Vice President Betuma Boamo. And the Moon Johnny Association, either GPRT or GRT or any public transport system are credible. I able to win more daily so that the man can also provide you with other taxis or mini cabs or public transport or big buses for you to use it to operate. So ladies and gentlemen, let me thank the Vice President for him to having fine time. Everybody knows that this time I don't go over a bono and a tamale and a Cape Coast. No, I'm Cape Coast. You free up a circle. And so when you're rabbits are because Ghana Munyano. I've said, as for power there, Obianya power or the Odea. Obi all no more onya power or the best of no mind. Obi all no more onya power or the Bayer Diamano. The Vice President has demonstrated that even at the current position where Vice President, he has shown say or Obia said don't mention in sa power now Obiano or the best level Obia Nyawon. Okay, there's no way politics. I am back. I see here politics because the core election That's a major opposition party. Our contesting have not come out with one public policy, one social contract with Ghanaians. Now, opposition to Abamana. I think there is a problem, and we have to say it. We need somebody who will come before you and tell you that if I'm voted into office, I will do A, B, C, D, so that you can check him. Now you're caught.
And present in Ghana, express profound gratitude to His Excellency Dr.Bawumia, the man of possibilities, for bringing this idea to life. Your visionary leadership continues to propel Ghana toward a greener and more prosperous future. Your dedication to integrating technology and innovation into the daily lives of Ghanaians is truly commendable. You continue to show us that indeed it is possible. To the Ministry of Transport, GAPTI and all partnering agencies and stakeholders, we say a heartfelt thank you for your relentless efforts in ensuring this initiative came to life.
And He called us to let this be possible. We told Him, Mr. President, it is possible for carriers to drive buses. It is possible for us to do it within 5 months. And today, Your Excellency, I am here to tell you that the ladies you gave us today are driving buses. And you will see it very soon on your screen.
MPs and PCs present, distinguished guests, patrons and executives of the strong new patriotic party, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Today we stand at the intersection of progress.
A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaj Dr.Bawumia. Your Excellency, the people.
Ayalolo, the Managing Directors, Metromass Transit Limited, GAPTI, Ayalolo, and Tap and Go, heads of institutions, CEOs here present, private sector organizations, civil society organizations, stakeholders in the transport industry, members of the diplomatic corps, the clergy and imams, the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am so elated to stand before you to commission the first batch of electric buses for Metromass Transit Limited to augment its operations and to usher in a new era of innovation in the delivery of public transport services. As the Minister said, the move towards electric vehicles is not only aimed at Metromass Transit Limited, but the whole public transport sector. When I first suggested the idea of moving public transport in Ghana to electric vehicles, many thought that it was not possible. They said it was an election promise that will not be fulfilled. And unfortunately, this is the mindset of impossibility. And it was at play in this situation as it has been at play for the last 8 years that we have been in government. As a government, we are thinking transformation. We are thinking making things possible that have not been here. But a lot of people are always, expressing the mindset of impossibilities. Remember when we tried to do the Ghana card, to implement it after 8 years of failure to do so by the previous government. Many people wondered if we could do so, but we have made it possible. And other countries are now coming to learn from Ghana to issue the national ID cards in their countries. When we said outside Ghana, into Ghana, people thought it was not possible. In fact, a lot of time was spent discussing it. We have made it possible, and they are quiet. And in fact, from maybe sometime next week, people traveling into Ghana with their Ghana card will be met with e-gates at the Kotoka International Airport, and they will not need to go through immigration because they can use their Ghana card to enter Ghana. When we said we will bring mobile money interoperability, many people scoffed at the idea because no country in Africa had done so. But we have done so. And today, Ghana is the only country in the whole of Africa that has the complete domestic payments interoperability. The only country. When we said we were bringing drones to help deliver medicines and vaccines, they said it was not possible. They even said we were coming to take pictures of women in their bathrooms. But we have made it possible. And Ghana today is the whole world's leading medical drone delivery service in the whole world. Even when we talked about free SHS, they said it was not possible. And we made it possible. When we talked about Agenda 111, they said we couldn't do it. But we have shown that we can do it, and we are doing it. They scoffed at the idea of hostels for Kayaye. They said it was not going to be possible. We've made it possible. We said we will replace pre-mixed fuel for fishermen with solar outboard motors. When I said it, they thought it was not possible. They laughed at the idea. We have made it possible. When we said we will bring credit scoring into Ghana for the first time in our history, many doubted it and said we were not going to be able to do it. But we have done it. I'm saying all these because of the mindset of impossibility. We are going to transform this country, and we need a possibilities mindset. So I was not surprised when the naysayers once again rose up to poo-poo the idea of electric vehicles for public transportation in Ghana. Rather than discouraging me because of all the previous naysaying they had done, I was rather encouraged and determined to follow through and see to the implementation of electric vehicles for public transport in Ghana. I had no doubt in my mind that this was possible. If other countries can deploy electric buses for public transportation, why not Ghana? The transport sector, as you all know, is a major contributory factor to the growth of our economy, and most importantly, a necessary precondition for the guaranteed success of education, jobs, markets, healthcare, among others. In pursuit of this, agencies such as Metromass, Transit Limited, Ayalolo, STC, and so on have existed to implement government policy to make transport services accessible and affordable to all. These companies provide services to very remote areas of Ghana where some traditional operators will not go and charge fares about 30% lower than the market rate. Unfortunately, over the years, the growth of these companies has been heavily impacted by high operational costs, particularly the cost of diesel, revenue leakages, and the maintenance of their fleet of buses. In addressing these operational challenges, government took steps to ensure that these companies evolve to meet new challenges. Among the measures that have been introduced to improve public transport services included the following. We supplied 200 intercity buses to augment and expand the existing operations. We supplied 100 buses for the Intercity STC Coaches Limited and deployment of an electronic ticketing system, the Tap and Go system, to address revenue leakage and modernize bus services. We also enhanced the enhancement of the mandate of the National Road Safety Authority as the regulator of road safety rules, procedures, standards, and guidelines. The launch of the Transport Ghana project by the National Road Safety Authority for regulatory compliance. The Transport Ghana project is an IT-based solution for pre-departure checks, passenger manifest, ticketing, vehicle tracking, and driver training. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the acquisition of these electric buses is not just about revamping the operations of Metro Mass Transit Limited and is signaling to other agencies to follow suit, but also to position them to play a leading role in the drive to net zero emission transport future and a future with low cost of transportation. When you think about it, any time fuel prices internationally go up, then you see it translating immediately into domestic increase in fuel prices, then into increase in transportation fares according to the existing formula. I was thinking very deeply about this and how we could cushion the Ghanaian public from these external influences. But I came to the conclusion that going towards electric vehicles in public transport was legal. The launch of the National Electric Vehicle Policy has ushered in a new era of innovation. And this policy was launched by His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on the sidelines of the COP28 in Dubai. We have ushered in a new era of innovation, driving gradual decarbonization of the transport sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we are making history with the commissioning of these electric buses. It represents a visionary shift in how we approach public transport. Today we are making a definitive step towards revolutionizing the transport sector with sustainability and innovation at its core. Today we are setting the stage for a future and aligning our interventions with global best practices. The use of fossil fuel-powered vehicles, its impact on climate change and air pollution are no longer distant threats, but urgent realities that demand immediate action. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the economic benefits of using electric buses cannot be overemphasized. Electric buses, as we know, offer lower operating and maintenance costs compared to conventional diesel buses. The use of the electric bus will therefore translate into more efficient use of resources and cut operational costs by about 50% to the benefit of passengers. Metro Mass will be better positioned to enhance services, lower transport fares, and invest in fleet renewal and expansion efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, while the benefits are promising, the success of this project relies heavily on commitment to robust and continuous maintenance. The neglect and mishandling of buses will derail the effort that has gone into the acquisition of these buses. As a people, we should know that reckless use of public assets represents an enormous drain on national resources. I therefore want to use this opportunity to urge the board and management to take steps to ensure that these buses stand the test of time. The cost of postponed maintenance due to neglect is usually high, and we must try to prevent such occurrences. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for specialized training in maintenance and operation of electric vehicles will increase as we progress. This presents opportunities for new skill acquisition. Government will therefore partner with educational institutions, in particular TVET, to train the needed workforce for this particular infrastructure. By investing in skill development, we are ensuring that this transition is smooth and beneficial to all parties involved. I have been informed that a new strategic business unit has been set up to ensure the efficient operation of the buses. The unit will work with partners to provide maintenance and tech support, EV battery charging infrastructure, EV bus revenue management, tracking, and most importantly, driver training. Ladies and gentlemen, every bold step forward comes with its own challenges. We are aware that these challenges and are prepared to address them head-on. I have the assurance of the board and management of Metro Mass Transit Limited that these electric buses will be put to good use, starting this year with a pilot on 2 major routes in the national capital, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. So we will be piloting these 2 major routes, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. And after the pilot, we will expand to the rest of the region and the country. It is no longer a secret that we urgently need to improve the quality of our public transport services. Starting with the public transport operators such as GPRTU and the Trotro subsector, I will work closely with GAPTI to embark on a fleet renewal program through the deployment of e-vehicles. We will help GPRTU and other transport operators to acquire and facilitate the acquisition of these electric vehicles, these buses that will encourage their business. This will be achieved through an improved public regulatory system, enabling the government to acquire the necessary regulatory data and support a fleet renewal credit scheme. Now, the Ministry of Transport is undertaking nationwide dissemination of the National Electronic Vehicle Policy to create the needed awareness and build support for its implementation. The primary reason our local taxi vehicles and trotros are often old vehicles is the difficulty in repaying loans for new expensive vehicles when used for operations. A good way to resolve this issue is to leverage the tap-and-go system. The tap-and-go system will help local drivers conduct their transactions digitally, building their credit to obtain new vehicles on favorable credit terms. This is why it is crucial for us to intensify our digitalization efforts, providing lending comfort to all potential investors through our digitalized operations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, While today's event is cause for celebration, it is also a reminder that our journey is far from over. The commissioning of these buses is the beginning of a broader strategy to modernize and decarbonize the transport sector. I envision a future where electric vehicles are the standard, with modern technology playing a key part in it. This vision will require us to be innovative in our approach to problem solving and collaborate to build a seamless transportation system where one tap-and-go card can be used on all public transport vehicles, including our railway system. So the tap-and-go card, as we have developed it, is going to be operational. This is how we are envisioning it across the entire public sector. So you can take your tap-and-go card, board a train, and then when you arrive in Accra, that same card, you board an EV bus and take it right to Accra. And then down the road, if you have to take a Trotro, you can use your tap-and-go card on your Trotro as well. So it's one card for the whole transport system. That is what we are seeking to do. Currently, your tap-and-go card will work on the railway as we are planning, and it should will also work on the EV buses, and we'll extend it to all the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, the road ahead will require the active participation of all and sundry, especially transport service providers. It will also require cultural and behavioral shifts that embrace sustainability. Government will therefore continue to seek partnerships, leverage on the collective experience of stakeholders to develop our nation. As we commission these first batch of electric buses, let us take pride in this historic moment. It is a declaration of the government's commitment to public transport electrification. These buses are not just a response to the challenges of high transport fares, among others. It is a proactive step towards the future we want to see, a future where Ghana leads in sustainability, inclusivity, and innovation. In conclusion, I want to take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders who have contributed in diverse ways to make today a living reality. It is my hope that we would all be inspired by this development and the decarbonization agenda of government in pursuit of the vision for a net zero emission future. For our passengers who will be boarding these electric vehicles, these buses, I think the biggest question in your minds is how much is it going to cost? And I think that the answer, and it is consistent with our estimates, that when I announced this policy in February of this year, when I gave my lecture at the UPSA, I think between 40 to 50% reduction in the fares from these electric buses. This is what you are going to see. From today, when you board it, you will see that the price is 40 to 50% lower because the operational costs are lower, and you are able to pass that on to the consumer. And this is where we see the future of public transport going. I thank you all very much for your attention. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Maybe I'm a from electric buses for Farabon. A camera if you say, you're going to see.
Mr. Al-Hassan, shall we put our hands together for him?
We have some friends from the Applied Technology Institute and also Opportunity Industrialization Technical Institute.
Patrons and executives of the strong new patriotic party, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Today we stand at the intersection of progress.
Dr.Bawumia,
we're grateful to Akosia Asa Menu, also known as Cozy Cares, the parliamentary candidate for the Adentan constituency for the upcoming December 7th presidential and parliamentary election.
This is the work of Dr. Bawumia, our father. Number one. This is my first time voting. I'll vote for you.